Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Fpl Elmo and we're going to be going through my GW28 team review, my GW29 transfer thoughts, as well as my GW29 team selection. But before we get into that, if you are new around here, make sure you hit that sub button. And if you enjoy the content, make sure you leave a like as well. And also, if you're struggling to make your free hit team, I posted a video on Monday. You can go check it out. The link will also be down in the description. That video will really help you guys out. So without wasting any much time, let's get into it. So for GW28, managed to score 52 points, which is not bad because I managed to get a small green arrow rise in rank from 1.5 million to 1.4 million, taking my overall points of the season to 1,658, which is also not that bad. And so in goal we had Kepa, who scored 1 point. You can see my defense very poor, 2s across the board and 1 from Danban there. And the midfield was where most of the points came from. Saka with 18 points, which that I captained him over Kane, who scored 1 goal, so hence 12 points. Rashford did not play, so I went into this game with a handicap already. And then we had Martinelli, who also scored a goal. Then Ivan Toney with a blank 2 points. Watkins got an assist, 5 points. Not what I was expecting, considering his form of late. Then Raya there, 2 points. Disappointing display from Brentford as a whole team, 2 points from them. Then, as you can see, the Brighton boys did not have a fixture for Game 28, so all of them blanked. So overall, it was a good performance from the team, and hope for that Game 29 we can be able to improve on that. And then now we can move on to my Game 29 transfers. What I'm thinking of doing for Game 29. This is the first transfer I'm thinking of doing. Martinelli to Bruno Fernandes. Arsenal players, although they might score a lot of goals, get a lot of points, they're not the main assets for FPL at the moment because they don't have any double game week until the end of the season. But I think Arsenal players are still very good. They're going to score a lot of points, especially for those single game weeks. So it will come to a point where it's essential to keep them. But for these double game weeks, you actually don't need them. So I'm going for Bruno Fernandes, who are going to be playing Newcastle and Brentford for Game Week 29. And also after Game Week 29, they have easy fixtures on paper before Game Week 32, where they're going to play semi-finals of the FA Cup. So that's one thing to consider, the blank game week for Game Week 32. But I think this is one transfer I'm going to be doing, and I hope that Bruno will be able to return. And he's also on penalties for United, which is a bonus, and I hope that he'll be able to perform. Just a reminder that these transfers are not locked in. I might change them before the deadline. But if you want to see my team after the deadline, I'll be posting them on Twitter and Instagram. You can go check them out. The links will be down in the description. And then now we can look at the other transfer I'm thinking of making, which is Zinchenko to Chilwell. Zinchenko has been really good for Arsenal of late. I think one of their best defenders. He plays in the midfield role. But as I've mentioned, Arsenal players are going to start losing utility in terms of FPL. And I think for these double games, you don't need them. That's why I'm thinking of moving them on and maybe keeping one player from Arsenal like Saka, who's been performing really well for Arsenal, and that's I think who I'm going to be keeping. But the rest I'm going to be moving them on, maybe bring them back later on when the double game week fixtures are gone. So Chilwell will play Aston Villa, Liverpool, and also their upcoming fixtures of Wolves, Brighton, and game week 32 blank, which is also another consideration to think about in the future. But for now, I think he's one of the players I'm going to be bringing in, and I hope that he'll be able to perform, and I hope that Chelsea will play well, considering their poor run of form of late, especially since their draw with Everton. Hope that they'll be able to bounce back against Aston Villa and Liverpool, and their games are both at home as well. So I think that is an added advantage for having Chilwell in there. Then we can move on to some other considerations, other players I'm thinking of. I know most of you have seen the players on your screen and are thinking of turning off the video, but please stay and listen to what I have to say before you go. Salah and Trent, both from Liverpool, they've been on really poor form. They lost to Bournemouth, I think, in their last fixture. So they have the hardest fixtures on paper with Man City and Chelsea, both away fixtures, and then game 30 they have an Arsenal fixture. What I'm thinking of saying is that you can get either of them, either Salah or Trent, just as if you're trying to catch up in the mini leagues as differentials, they can be able to perform against Man City and Chelsea. Chelsea are not in the greatest form, and Liverpool have caused Man City trouble in their recent encounters. So I think it's a very good option to go for. Salah is on penalties as well, and I wouldn't put past Liverpool not to get a penalty in both the Man City and Chelsea fixtures. I know he missed one against Bournemouth, but penalty takers don't tend to miss a lot. So I think it's a very good option to have. Trent as well, he's on set pieces and corners, which I'm sure they're going to get a lot of, and they are destined to just score one goal from either of the corners. So I think it's a very good option to go for either of them. It's a good punt, and you can move them on for game week 30. Just have them for game week 29 and move them on for the next game week. I think it's a very good differential and something to consider. We're just trying to catch up in your mini leagues. And also we have Shaw there. The problem with having Shaw is just that you will have many players who are going to be blanking in game 32, which will make it difficult to navigate and find players who are going to play in that fixture. And that's why Shaw is also a consideration, but that game 32 is making it become a 50-50. Also, a player I haven't put on here is Maddison. I think it's a very good option as well. I know Leicester have not been very good, but I think he's the spark of the Leicester team. You can also go for him. I think it's going to be not much of a differential as either Salah or Trent, but a differential in some way, because not many people are going to own him. So that's something to consider. I'm also considering, and I think you should also consider going for that risk at this time, because it's FPL. You need to take risks, and it's almost game 38. You don't know where you're going to finish, so it's worth the risk, in my opinion. So with all those transfers done, this is how my team is going to be looking like for game 29. In goal we have Raya, who they play Brighton and United. I hope that he can be able to keep a clean sheet in one of those fixtures. Although it's going to be tough, because I think they also have tough fixtures, Brighton and United, both away, and their fixtures at away have not been really good. They lost to Everton away as well. So that's something to look at, but I hope they'll be able to maybe keep a clean sheet against Brighton, and we'll hope that they can be able to perform. Then we have Trippier, Dunban from Newcastle. They play United and West Ham. There I can only see a clean sheet maybe against West Ham. But Trippier, we all know he's a threat. He's on all set pieces apart from penalties, so you're going to be able to get an assist from either the corners, the free kicks he takes, and maybe score from a free kick as well. And hope that he gets a lot of points. And Ban, just hope that he gets those clean sheet points, and maybe gets to score from a Trippier corner. To be a dream come true. Trippier assist and Ban goal. Tears in my eyes if that happens. Then you have Henry, just the same as Raya. Again, able to keep a clean sheet, maybe get attacking returns he's been doing before. Then the Chilwell, Aston Villa, and Liverpool, both at home. Aston Villa are relatively easier fixture than the Liverpool fixture. We'll see how it goes, because Liverpool have not been performing really well of late. But I hope that defense is solid, and hope it can be able to bring the points home. And then the midfield, where we have Bruno and Rashford play Newcastle, and Brentford are back, needed to score in both fixtures. Maybe not the Newcastle fixture, it's going to be a tough fixture since it's away from home, but the Brentford fixture being at home, I think United are going to score goals in that fixture, especially since they were beaten 4-0 the other time. They'll be out for revenge, and I hope that you can be able to get that revenge, and Bruno and Rashford can be able to run the show. Then you have Mitoma and Solly March as well. They play Brentford and Bournemouth. Brentford not a very easy fixture, but the Bournemouth fixture, obviously they can be able to go home and can be able to score a lot of goals and bring those points at home. That's also a very solid midfield, and I hope that we'll be able to perform. Then we can move on to the forwards. Going to be having Ivan Toney play Brighton and United. Hope we can be able to score at least some goals and avoid having a yellow card, especially in the Brighton fixture, because it will mean he'll miss the United fixture, so which I'm not opposed to, but I just hope that it won't happen. Then we have Chelsea. We have Watkins, who's going to be playing Chelsea and Leicester. I'm sure that he can be able to score in both fixtures, because Chelsea and Leicester defense have been poor, especially with Chelsea when Thiago Silva got injured. Just smelt of problems in the back line. That Watkins will be able to exploit that and come out with the points. And then to the bench we have Kepa against Aston Villa, Liverpool, the same as Chilwell. Just hope he can be able to perform. Then Estupinan, Brentford, Bournemouth, able to keep a clean sheet in the Bournemouth fixture, because I need Ivan Toney to score in the other fixture. And then we have some single game week players in Saka and Kane, but I'm looking, maybe I might do a -4 to try and have 14 double game week players, but we'll wait and see for the deadline. And I know I haven't mentioned, but I'm going to be using my bench boost for this game week, and I hope that it will be able to perform. So the bench is also vital for this game week, and we'll be able to perform. So that is the team for game week 29, and I hope that we'll be able to score 100 points plus, and I hope that it will be a good game week for all of you guys. And with that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.